The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Pine City High School for tonight's volleyball matchup.
Loading the kids in the car. Brokering peace in the back seat.
To actually stop the commercials, yeah, that might help first, but there. Now we're here, and we're live at Pine City High School for this Great River Conference matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions. These two teams going to play out of the Great River Conference, and this should be a good one here tonight between these two squads. Both, the wins-loss column, not where either of them would like it to be at this point. But as we've heard many coaches say, and I think it is so true, is it's not where you start the season. It's not how you start the season. It's not where the record is at the beginning of the season. It's how you finish, and I think that is, so true. Because you can start the season off so hot. You could start off the season not losing a game, but it all matters on how you are playing at the end of the season. That's what really matters. And are you playing good enough volleyball to make a run here at the end of the season? And that's what both of these teams hope they can be doing here very shortly. The Pine City Dragons and the Ogilvie Lions have combined 7 wins and 19 losses here on the year up to this point of the season. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we've got, I think, tomorrow. Tomorrow is exactly 2 weeks left of the regular season for both football and volleyball. Can you believe that? I mean, it seems like we just started. I know just yesterday, I was saying on air during a game that, it's only going to be a matter of time, the blink of an eye, and I'm going to be talking about how crazy it is to see that we're already at the end of the season. Obviously, it wasn't just yesterday, but it was at the beginning of the season, which was 6 weeks ago now. That is so hard to imagine that the start of the season was already 6 weeks ago. And now we're getting towards the end of the season where teams are going to be wanting to figure out, where things are at, if they've got some injuries, where, who's going to have to play where, who's going to go where, at what point. And there are just so many things that, a lot of these teams are going to have to figure out that, maybe they have or maybe they haven't. Or, again, injuries happen on a long season. For volleyball, they play, I think, close to 30 games in a regular season, not to mention the playoffs. So you've got a lot of things that could happen during a season for volleyball injury-wise. And obviously we hope and pray and wish that injuries were never to happen. But unfortunately, that is the unfortunate reality of the game, is injuries sometimes do happen. And as I'm looking at the floor for Pine City, I think I'm seeing that it's Cadence Wallenberg, who unfortunately is in a sling. So that's unfortunate for her. We hope for her a speedy recovery, whatever it is. Hopefully the injury isn't too serious, and we hope that she's able to get back. Maybe, by God's good grace, she's back before the end of the season and able to be a part of the playoff run. But we just hope for her speedy recovery and that she heals correctly. I think speedy recovery is one thing, but to heal the right way is another thing, and we just hope that she's able to. For Ogilvie, doesn't look like anybody out for them tonight, and I could be wrong. Maybe they just unfortunately didn't make the trip because of the injury, but so we hope that nobody's out for Ogilvie. And I think for both sides, coaches and players alike, when you're looking to play a game against anybody, any team, especially in the conference, I think you're looking at it and saying, we want to play against everybody at full force. We want to play against, their top best of the best. We don't want to play against, well, of course they want to play, but everybody wants to play everybody when they're at their best, at their full force. And I think all the teams and coaches would say that, but for Ogilvie, again, looks like they've got everybody. For Pine City, it looks like just one player out at this point. So, but again, a conference match here tonight for both of these teams as we take a look at the conference standings here for the Great River. Again, the Great River looks a little bit different this year, and by a little bit, I mean they've added 3 new schools. I've known that for quite some time, actually. The previous AD here at Pine City, Rick Ingolstadt, he had let me know almost as soon as they had made that agreement to bring those schools in. He said, these are the schools that we're looking at bringing in. It's not officially official yet, so I couldn't say anything. But once it was made official, then I could say something and talk about it. And it's very, very cool to see the teams they added. Of course, Aiken and Crosby Ironton are 2 of the teams added, and it seems like Pine City and Ogilvie, well, just all the Great River Conference teams play those 2 each and every year in all sports. It seems like, of course, football can get a little different because it doesn't go by conference, but it seems like those squads play each other every year. But then the one school that I was really interested in and that I was really looking forward to them to adding was Mora. They added Mora into the Great River Conference. Now, Mora comes out of the Granite Ridge Conference, a very tough competitive conference in and of itself. But Mora comes over to the Great River Conference, which it kind of just made sense because Mora plays everybody in the Great River Conference. And a lot of times, I think every season, if I can remember correctly, they have literally played every team in the Great River Conference in volleyball, basketball, what may have you. I think they've played everybody. So it kind of just made sense for them to make their way over to the Great River Conference. And now that they're in here, it has been a fun ride for Mora as they sit at 6-2. But the top 2 teams in the conference are Rush City at 6-0, then Mille Lacs also at 6-0, Mora 6-2. East Central 4-2 on the year in the conference. Then you've got Bram at 3-4, Crosby Ironton at 2-3, Pine City 2-6, and Ogilvie at 1-4. That one win is part of their 4 on the season. Ogilvie sits at 4-8 overall on the year. Pine City overall in the season is 3-16. And just taking a look at the records, you can see how many games these teams play. It is crazy to think that they play this many games in a season and that they it's just wrapping up for these young ladies, and we've got more to go. They've got this week, next week, and then part of the next week that goes into MEA, which is Monday, Tuesday that they'll have, because then Wednesday is the last game of the regular season for football before playoffs as well. So it's crazy to think about. Yes, we're coming to the end of playoffs. I know I talked about it right at the beginning of the season. I said, playoffs, it's a long ways away, but before you know it, we'll be talking about it. And sure enough, we're already talking about playoffs. It just doesn't seem real that we're that far into the season already. I know I've called a bunch of games, but man, to already be to the point of the season where we're talking about playoffs and we're getting close to the point where we can talk about seedings, where we can talk about who's going to play where and when at what time. So it is crazy to me that is a thing already that we are going to be able to talk about. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we get into the broadcast a little bit. But first, we're going to get our national anthem, then our starting lineups here at Pine City High School for this Great River Conference matchup between the Ogilvie Lions and the Pine City Dragons. Back after a word from our fine sponsors here on 106.5 FM AM 1350
Loading the kids in the car,
WCMP.
brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up, before the sun, who battle the elements and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Jack's Pizza, 3 for $12, Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free, Johnsonville Brats and Dogs, 2 for $4, any size fountain drink up to XL, 79 cents all day. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
So a little bit of an extended pregame here as it is Parents' Night for Pine City Volleyball. They are going to honor the parents here tonight of each of the volleyball players. So a little bit of an extended pregame, as still got enough time though. We got about 3 minutes here before first serve is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. Try and get you a little bit of the words from some of the players on this volleyball team for Pine City.
Varsity match, there will be a reception with cookies and a photo booth in the 7th grade commons, so you can get family photos. Let's give a round of applause for the people that support us the most. Thank you, and we love you.
So we got a couple of the volleyball players here for Pine City giving a word. Got something nice to say about the parents for each one of these student athletes out there on the floor here this evening. And now it looks like we will start to get our starting lineups for both of these squads. And while they're doing that, we'll get just one more commercial break. Well, maybe not one more commercial, but this final break anyways, where it'll be about, I think, a minute or so. I think a minute is about good to where we can return and be back and ready for first serve here on WCMP. So one more commercial break, and then we'll be back for the start of this one.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Hey there, Matt Winsand, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Getting set for the start of this one, the Dragons and Lions. So we've got the Great River Conference matchup here between the Dragons and the Lions set to start. Lions head coach by Pam Nichols, the Dragons by Lisa Knotts Tollefson. And it does look like we have one more Dragon out, Taylor Tollefson. She's got a boot on that left foot. My goodness, hopefully she's all right as well. And I hate to see players injured. You know, high school careers are so short as it is. To see somebody injured and have to miss time is just extremely unfortunate. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, the home team, away team, you know, a team that, you know, we don't cover. It doesn't matter. I hate to see, you know, these young student athletes have to miss any time due to an injury, you know, because it's something that they can't necessarily prevent. Meanwhile, you know, academics, you can prevent, you know, the academic part of it. You know, you can keep your grades up and on that sort of thing. But on an injury, it's like you kind of, an injury is just something that happens. You can't do anything about it. So hate to see anybody injured. But getting the starters here tonight for the Ogilvie Lions, it will be number 2, Tatum McElroy, number 5, Olivia Engel, 7, Cadence Pierce, 10, Ruby Beyer, 16, Bethany Besser, and 19, Ava Halverson. There's Sophia Halverson, that is number 18. For the Pine City Dragons, it'll be number 2, Allie Tollefson, number 11, Taylor Haney, number 14, Addison Roberts, 21, Paige Wiener, number 22, Morgan Mako, 31, Chloe Jurakovsky, and 35, Macy Babalik. Getting the start and serving is Ruby Beyer for the Lions, and we are underway. The serve is over, dug up by Tollefson. It gets back over the net, and McElroy's there, but hitting it over is 16, Besser, and at the net, pushed back over by McElroy. Dragons have it. Addison Roberts looks for the kill. Getting there for the dig was Engel, but it goes backwards off of her dig for the first point of the game. That goes to the Dragons. Quick substitution. Macy Bablik will check out. In for her is going to be Tegan Rosinski. Rosinski will check in. And Roberts' serve is over. This one is dug up, and it's going to be an ace as Olivia Engel was there on the dig, but not the cleanest of digs. That one goes backwards on her, and It will be 2-0 Pine City early on here in set number 1. Over on 95.5 FM KBEK, Mora and Crosby Ironton going at it. 2 now conference foes going at it. Yeah, that's weird to say. As this serve is over, a nice kill there on the hit from Bethany Besser for the point for Ogilvie. Checking in is Aaliyah Robin for Olivia Engel. And back to serve is McElroy for the Lions. McElroy's serve is over. Line drive serve is dug up by Rosinski, and Rosinski will hit it over. Dug up by the Lions, and Pierce will hit it over. Spun that one. Gnarly spin, and it's hit over by Rosinski. At the net, pushed over by the Lions. It stays on the Dragon side of the net. It kind of hit the net and stayed on their side. And now looking for the kill is Bethany Besser, dug up in the back by Roberts. At the net, hit by Tollefson, blocked at the net. No. They're going to say, I think it hit the, no, I think they're going to say Ogilvie got into the net. So I'm all sorts confused on that one as Chloe Jerkowski checks in. Did not see who she came in for. Looks like Mako. Back to serve now is Wiener. Serve is over, dug up by the Lions. Cadence Pierce looks for the kill. It's dug up by Roberts, and to the scorer's table, though. A big swing there by Cadence Pierce. We'll give a point back to the Lions. Cadence Pierce, she's been a varsity starter what seems like forever, and she's only a junior. I think she's been starting on volleyball since either 8th grade or a freshman, and then she's been starting basketball, I know, since an 8th grader. It's been crazy. Big kill here by the Dragons, Chloe Jerkowski. So Jerkowski will get the point back for the Dragons. Back and forth early on here in this one. Dragons got the first 2 points. Ever since then, it's been back and forth. They've been splitting the points. It's now 4-2 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Allie Tollefson with the serve over, dug up on the die by the Lions. Pierce, miscommunication there between Pierce and Robin as kind of got between them. Then Robin at the last second decided that she was going to get it. Just a miscommunication there as Pine City will benefit off of that. This one's going to go into the net on the serve from Tollefson, and that'll make it 5-3. Again, that's Allie Tollefson. Unfortunately, Taylor Tollefson is out here tonight. That boot on her left foot. Again, just hope and pray for her a speedy recovery, as well as her teammate Cadence Wallenberg, who is in a sling. Serve is over, dug up by Roberts, and now hit back across by Tegan Rosinski. It is blocked at the net, but then into the antenna on the net, which is out of bounds. Rosinski out, in is Babalik, and Babalik will go back to serve for the Dragons. 6-3 is our score here in set number 1, advantage Pine City. This serve is right to Robin, and that is off of her dig, out of bounds, an ace for Macy Babalik. 7-3 Pine City. I was excited about this matchup because you got both teams who, again, win-loss record isn't where they would like it to be at this point, but you've got so much talent on both sides that it just doesn't show on the win-loss column, but there is a ton of talent between both of these squads as it's hit over by Haney, dug up by the Lions, and hit back over by Besser. Dug up by Babalik, and now Roberts will push it across. This time it's dug up by McElroy. Off to the far side for Besser. Besser, and not sure that one's going to be too far. Excuse me, on the hit, that was Halverson. That's Ava Halverson on the far side. A big swing, but they're going to say it was just long. And that's 8-3. So again, I apologize. That's Ava Halverson who has had those last 2 big hits. I want to make sure we give credit to the right person as Pierce will get the dig off the serve. And it's pushed back over by Byer. Dug up by Tollefson and looking for the kill. That's Jerkowski, Chloe Jerkowski, dug up by the Lions, hit back over by Aaliyah Robin. And Roberts will hit it back over. Pierce with the dig. And now looking and getting it over Byer. And that is going to be out of bounds. They got it over the net, but just a little too far. And that will be Pine City's point. 9-3 they lead here in set number 1. Serve is over by Babalik and dug up by Pierce to Robin and pushed over by Byer. And now we get a whistle, a double hit call here on the Lions. And with that, we'll get a timeout called here by Ogilvie, and head coach Pam Nichols will bring her team in, just get them corralled real quick and let them know, hey, it's all right. It's early on in this one. We can turn it around. That's the one thing about volleyball that I really enjoy is the fact that you can get a set that looks to be so lopsided that it should be over, but then you get a team that goes on a run, and they may not get all the way back, but they get back enough to where it's all of a sudden competitive again, and then they go on another run again and all of a sudden take over the lead, and all of a sudden they're winning it when it seemed like it should have been over. So volleyball, very, very interesting in that aspect where it can be so about runs or it can be about one big hit. It's so fun to watch in that aspect of it because you just never know. As Forrest Gump would say, life's like a box of chocolates. Well, we can say that for volleyball. Volleyball's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's a terrible, terrible reference on that. I apologize as the serve from Pavlik goes well long and out of bounds. It's 10-4. Checking in now for the Lions is Engel for Robin, and Engel will go back to serve. Olivia Engel's serve is over. Dug up in the back line by Tollefson. That's Allie Tollefson, and hit over by Roberts. And it's going to go long. So like I mentioned, it's about runs, and so far, oh, wait a minute. Oh, they're going to say it's Pine City's point. Huh. I think they said that Ogilvie must have touched it, apparently. That must be the case. It's 11-4 now. Morgan Mako back to serve. It is a line drive serve, and Pierce can't get the clean dig on it. It's an ace for Morgan Mako. She's all smiles. That's one thing I've noticed about Mako is, one of the things that with this team is Taylor Tollefson might be that energy, that always positive person, but Morgan Mako is not far behind. And that serve by Mako going to go just long. I don't know how the Lions let that one go, but it was smart that they did because that one was long. That was so close, but they, again, smartly hold off as now Ava Halverson will serve for the Lions. Ava Halverson, one of the seniors for this Lions squad, as this one is over. Dug up by Badlick to Mako. Roberts will hit it across. Dug up by Halverson to Pierce to the front line to Besser, and she hits it into the net. That will make it 13-5. Libero checks back in. I didn't get the Libero's name, unfortunately. Couldn't quite hear it. I'm part deaf, part blind. It's not a good combo for a broadcaster. They serve now for the Dragons, Taylor Haney, and it will go into the net. That will make it 13-6. And now going back to serve for the Lions is Ruby Beyer. Beyer serve just does get over. Tollefson with the dig, and it's hit over there by Taylor Haney. Battle at the net, and Haney wins it. 14-6, Dragons with the lead. Macy Bablik out, and in for her is going to be Tegan Rosinski. So Rosinski, we've got a lot of skis here. Rosinski, Lewandowski. Lewandowski is number 15 tonight, by the way. I just making a note for myself as now we get a whistle, a double hit call on Pine City, and it's 14-7. Robin will check in for Engel. Also checking out Josie Jones. In for her is McElroy. Josie Jones. It's a cool name. It's got a good ring to it. Just like Josie Jewell in the NFL, the linebacker in the NFL. I guess it's just like the double J, the JJs. Yes. We get a kill here on the other side by Paige Wiener to make it 15-7. Got some gems here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you're tuned in. And by gems, I mean just terrible announcing on my part. Serve is over from Paige Wiener, dug up by Pierce. And Pierce will look for the kill. She got the hit, but a diving dig there from Paige Wiener. And it's over to Roberts on the far side. Her diving dig is not enough, and it will get down a point for Ogilvie. They get one back. It's 15-8. Back to serve is Bethany Besser. Besser, one of the 6 seniors for this squad. Serves over. Mako with the dig, a line drive, but then getting it over is Tegan Rosinski. Pushed back over by the Lions. Nice job. Good hustle on that play. Rosinski will get this one back over. Dug up by McElroy. Setting it up for Robin. That's over. Dug up nicely by Haney. To Mako on the far side. Tollefson. Left-handed hit is dug up by the Lions. Towards the front of the net. Pierce will just get it over, and it's not enough on the dive from Haney, and Pierce will get credit for the kill. That time it's 15-9. It wasn't the cleanest and it wasn't the best, but Pierce gets just enough of it to get a point, and that's all you can ask for. I think the Lions know that, and they're laughing about it a little bit. Roberts didn't get the cleanest of reads on that ball, and she dives late at it, and it's going to be an ace there for the server. That is Bethany Besser. 15-10, and all of a sudden, you see Ogilvie going on a little bit of a run here, starting to get back into it, and that's what I talked about at the break, is sometimes it's just about the run you can go on. Rosinski with the dig. Rosinski now looks for the kill. Oh, my goodness, it rolls on the net, then rolls over to the Ogilvie side of the net and somehow finds a piece of the court that is open. That's tough for Ava Halverson. There was really no way that she could have seen that one hitting the net, rolling over like it did, and then being able to get to it. As the Lions have it, it's at the net, tipped back over by the Dragons. Now Haney, and late dig from Mako, and Tollefson saves it, gets it back over the net, dug up by the Lions, and Pierce cannot manage to get it back over the net. Lions were falling a little bit behind on that one, and unfortunately just could not get that one back over. It's 17-10, as Allie Tollefson will go back to serve for Pine City. Her serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by the Lions. Double hit. Yeah, double hit call here on Ogilvie. It's going to be 18-10, and we'll get a timeout once again by Ogilvie. And again, just to kind of regroup here, let the girls know that, hey, we're still in this one. All we got to do is go on a little bit of a run. I mean, they were within 5 on the one run they had. And you might say to yourself, well, 5, that seems like still a good chunk. It is still a good chunk, but when you go on a run and get back within 5 or 4, that feels like a point for a team, in my opinion, where you can get back pretty easily, and it doesn't seem like a mountain to climb. Whereas you get to 8 points closer to the end of the set like this, when you only have to get to 25 and it's 18-10, that feels like a little bit more insurmountable. But, again, it's all about the runs. Can Ogilvie get one big hit, a big block, something like that, to swing momentum in their favor, and then all of a sudden go on a little bit of a run themselves? We'll have to wait and see, but I think they can do it. We've seen it a little bit there, and I think they can get one going. Again, over on KBK, Adam Hefty calling that Mora Crosby Ironton game. And it looks like our screen is frozen a little bit. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That, fortunately, not much I can do there, as Pierce will hit it over. Dug up by Roberts, and try and get that fixed for you here sooner rather than later, but we'll try to anyways. This back and forth here, and now pushed back over by Ava Halverson. Diving dig by Roberts to, to Rosinski, pushed over by Mako. And for some reason, internet having a tough time here. Is the kill there by the Lions, and they'll get this one back 18-11. There we go. It cleared itself up. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Not much I can do when it's doing that. It's just has to do with interference on the internet. So, but meanwhile, Pierce with the serve. It's over. Dug up by the Dragons at the net. Now, who touched it last? Pine City, they're going to say. That was a close one, because that one, it was on top of the net. Both teams hit it, but it was Pine City who touched it last into the antenna. And again, that antenna is out of bounds. Pierce with the line drive serve. It's dug up on the dive by Mako, and I don't think Haney quite got the good look on that one that she would have liked to, because that one fell just in front of her. It looked, to be fair to her, it looked like it was going to go over the net, but it didn't. Pierce with the ace on the serve. Mako didn't get the cleanest of digs, and looks like now Pine City going to call a timeout. So Pierce with the ace, and now all of a sudden the Lions are back within 4. That's what I talked about. It just takes one big swing to get things in your favor, and that's what the Lions did there. And now they're within 4 of the Pine City lead. So back and forth we go. This first set, pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining as we go forward here. No one has, Pine City has the advantage on the scoreboard, but just on the court, in the game, it doesn't really feel like anyone has necessarily pulled that momentum fully in their favor. It did for a moment for Pine City, but Ogilvie got right back in it, so it doesn't necessarily feel like this game is swaying one way or another. Definitely feels like it is up for grabs as we get late into this first set. A great first set between both of these teams. A great game for both of these teams. I really do believe this one might go all 5. I would really hope it kind of does, because I would like to see what a 5th set between these two teams look like. But so far, Pine City 18-14 lead. Out of the timeout, both teams back out onto the court. Pierce with the serve. It's over. Mako has to get low for that dig. And looking for the kill. A big swing. Chloe Jurakovsky gets it over. Dug up by the Lions. And hitting this one over, Ruby Byer. Right to Roberts, but Roberts just can't get into position quick enough. And it's down for a kill for Ruby Byer. They've been attacking that back near side corner on Pine City, have the Lions. This one a line drive. It is dug up, though, and pushed back over by Haney. And just getting to it in time, Halverson dug up by Tollefson. And Jurakovsky, Chloe Jurakovsky gets to that one. Lions still have a chance at it, but unfortunately McElroy missed it to get it over on the third hit, and the Dragons get one back, 19-15. Tegan Rosinski out in is Macy Babalik, and Babalik will go back to serve, 19-15. Babalik's serve is over, dug up by Pierce. Front line to McElroy, and Halverson, a light tap over, gets that one down. Point back for the Lions, 19-16. It's Engel going back to serve now for the Lions. Serve is over. Mako will get to it this time. Then to Haney, and now Roberts will look for the kill. But it's dug up nicely by the Lions. At the net, they get the dig, push back across. Mako with the dig to Haney. And it's Jurakovsky looking for the kill. A sliding dig for the Lions, back over by Halverson. Mako there. Haney will look to get it over the net. And I think it would have been an illegal hit had she got it over anyways, because she almost palmed it and dribbled it, it looked like. So it's going to be a point back for the Lions, and they are within 2, 19-17. Olivia Engel serve over, dug up by Babalik to Haney. To Roberts. Roberts with a big swing, and Pierce cannot get the clean dig on it. And that is a kill for Addison Roberts. Morgan Mako will go back to serve. Her team leads 20-17 in this first set. Mako serve is over at the net. And I think Ogilvie got into the net there. So it's going to be a whistle on them. It's 21-17 now, late in set number 1. Serve, oh my goodness, just does get over for Mako. It hits the top of the net and then rolls its way over for a point for the Dragons rather. 22-17 now. Mako will look to do it again. Not this time, as Pierce gets the dig. And the Lions push it back across. Mako with the dig to Haney, and Paige Wiener just a little too much on that one. It's out of bounds, and it's 22-18. Dragons still with the lead. No. We got, excuse me, there was a whistle on Ogilvie. Instead, it's 23-17. I did not see that. Mako with the serve, dug up by Pierce, and then hit back over, but Mako there for the dig. Haney will get this one over. Haney with the kill to make it 24-17. Set point now for the Dragons. Morgan Mako serve, dug up there by Byer. Kept alive, and Byer will hit this one over. Mako with the dig, and Wiener looks for the kill. It's kept alive by the Ogilvie Lions. Oh my goodness. Ava Halverson got it, and then she got it to Engel. Engel got it, and it went right back to Halverson, but she could not get it over. And that's how set 1 will wrap up. So Dragons get the victory, 25-17 here in the first set. But we are in for a fun one here as this one goes along. Set 2 should be just as entertaining as the first, but we'll get a word from our fine sponsors. And, well, you know what? We'll check out the Rush City Auto replay here on the Addison Roberts kill. I got the Dragons the lead back, or the 3-point lead, I should say. As you can see, the serve was over. Bablik got the dig, and then Roberts lined it up, and Pierce just couldn't get a clean dig on it. And a point back for Pine City. So, We'll get a commercial break. Back for the start of the second set here.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Doritos and Lay's Mix and Match, buy one, get one half off. Jack Link's Beef Jerky variety, 2 for $10. Starbucks Pink in Paradise, buy one, get one free. Any Dr. Pepper, 3 for $5. Red Bull 12 ounce, buy 2, get 1 free. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP, ready for the start of set number 2. It will be the Dragons with the serve. It's Haney who begins it, and the Lions can't get this one over. Bethany Besser was the last Lion there, trying to lift that one over, but unfortunately was unable to. That would have been a tough one. But it's 1-0 now, Pine City, and a dive there, but it's not enough. It's an ace for Haney as she is serving. Again, for some reason, struggling here with internet. I know internet and service across everywhere has just been terrible. And another ace for Taylor Haney. So I think part of it is that, ladies and gentlemen, is just the fact that it's been the internet and that signal problem for what seems like the entire world last couple days. So, again, I apologize if it's freezing on you. There's not really anything I can do as we get this one stuck at the net. Pushed back and forth by both teams. Again, stuck at the net. Pushed back across by Roberts, and she will get the advantage on that one. And Roberts will get the point for Pine City. It's 4-0. Taylor Haney with the serve. Dug up by the Lions. And on the dive there was Olivia Engel. A little slow to get up. Hopefully she's okay. May have just got the wind knocked out of her a little bit. But it's another ace again for Taylor Haney. Secret weapon unlocked. This one, though, it's nicely dug up by the Lions, but hit into the net by Besser. That'll make it 6-0. Dragons were waiting to unleash Haney and her serving until set number 2, and they've unleashed the secret weapon. This time a clean dig, and the Lions get it back over. Mako with the dig for the Dragons, and Paige Wiener looks for the kill, but it's dug up nicely by the Lions. Besser will look for the kill. It's going to hit the net. Unfortunately, that one does not get over. It hits the net and falls back on the Ogilvie side, and it's 7-0 Pine City. Hot start for the Dragons here in the second set. This serve, it hits the net, but it gets in. Oh, my goodness. It somehow hits the net, spins its way back into play almost. That kind of hit the net. It looked like once it hit, it was going out of bounds, but it kind of got a nice spin, backspin on it. And then it's backspun its way to stay in play. Another ace for Taylor Haney, and it's 8-0. Let's see if we can't maybe grab the replay there on that one. Maybe grab the back half of it. No. My bad. I thought I talked too long. That seems to be the case a lot of time. I talk too long, too much. So the Dragons have an 8-0 lead here to begin the second set. I did not see that coming. Lions, though, look to be in good spirits. And again, they know it only takes one big hit, one block, 1 point to get the ball rolling. And then that could snowball effect for your team and get it quickly back into your favor. Morrow wins set one over Crosby Ironton. 26-24. You talk about another good game. That's a good one over there. Serve from Haney is once again over, but it's dug up cleanly by the Lions. They'll look to get it over Will Byer. A diving dig by Mako is going to push it into the bleachers, and the Lions finally get on the board, 8-1. Ruby Byer will go back to serve for Ogilvie. So finally, Lions on the board here in the second set, and now they're looking to make it a few in a row. Oh my goodness, Paige Wiener trying to find a way to describe what she just did. She kind of hesitated. She went up and got a late hit on purpose on the ball. A lot of times that does not work out for the player, but she went up and swung late, and she nearly came back down to the ground before she hit it, and it was a smart play because it wound up getting just over the net, and now an ace here for Roberts. Roberts, that one hits the white part of the net, I mean, almost the black part of the net, and then rolls its way over for another ace for the Dragons. They've got about 5 here in the first set, 10-1. Serve is over. Cadence Pierce, though, looks for the kill, but it's going to be just long on her hit, and it's 11-1. Roberts with the serve, a line drive that's dug up there by Engel. Front of the net, Besser looks for the kill, blocked at the net by both Wiener and Tollefson. They were both right there for it. Nowhere to go. And it's 12-1. Roberts, another serve that is over, dug up by the Lions. To McElroy, and Besser will look for the kill. She gets it off the fingertips of the Dragons. It goes well out of bounds. And the Lions get one back, 12-2. Back to serve, Tatum McElroy. McElroy's serve is over, dug up by Mako, and Paige Wiener looks for the kill. Right spot for that one. A little too much on it. Really good spot for it. Just a tad too much. So McElroy will get set to serve again. McElroy with the dig. Wasn't the cleanest, or excuse me, Mako with the dig. Wasn't the cleanest dig. Wiener got it back over. And then, oh my goodness, that one was just a beach ball that went back over the net. And Paige Wiener made him pay with the kill on that one. That's worthy of a Rush City Auto replay. Of course, we'll get a chance to look at it here when we get a moment. But Wiener will now go back to serve. It is over, dug up by Pierce. And Pierce will come up on it, look to get that running hit, but got it into the net. And we're going to timeout here by Ogilvie. While they take a timeout, we'll get a chance to look at that Rush City Auto replay on the absolute kill shot from Wiener. As you can see, they got it back over. Pierce with the dig, just lobbed it over, and then it was Paige Wiener who destroyed that ball. That's one as a volleyball player where those are the ones that you love. Looks like a beach ball coming over, and it kind of almost floats in the air. And it's perfectly in the air for you to just absolutely destroy it. So it is 14-3. Tigers, Lions, and Bears. Oh my. Lions trail 14-3 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Tough start to this second set for them. Pine City, again, has about 5 aces in this set, 5-6 aces. It's been a great start to this set for Pine City. Paige Wiener will serve. And this one's over, dug up by the Lions. Pierce sets and hitting it over Robin. Dug up there by Rosinski. And Allie Tollefson, again, she was looking and lined that one up to be in the right spot, but just hit it into the net. If that doesn't hit the net, that is over, and that's going to be a really good kill. But it is going to be point for Ogilvie, so they trail 14-4 now. The serve here by Bethany Besser is dug up by Roberts. And looking for the kill, but just long on the hit is Chloe Jurakovsky. Jurakovsky, again, good-looking hit. Just didn't get enough. I don't know, I'm not going to try to describe what I'm trying to say, because you want to get your hand over it enough to where it has that downward trajectory. She hit two I don't know. I'm going to stop trying. The service into the net by Ogilvie. 15-5. Y'all know what I mean. If you've seen it, try and describe it to the listeners maybe. This serve is over, dug up by the Lions, and oh my goodness, they can't keep it alive. Nice job to initially get the dig, and then Ruby Beyer there tried to get it to Pierce, but unfortunately it just kind of took a downward spiral, and it's 16-5 now. Pine City. Allie Tollefson with the serve. It's over, dug up by the Lions, and Pierce will look to hit it back across, but that one's going to go out of bounds. Looking to get that one over past Allie Tollefson. She did, but just a little too far, and if she can get that one to dive down a little bit more, take that nose dive, that probably falls right in front of Tollefson, but fortunate for Pine City, it's out of bounds. 17-5, serve is over, and now Halverson will look to get it over, and Tollefson reached back with that left hand to get the dig, but unfortunately it winds up finding the floor before anything else. Allie Tollefson will sub out in for his Brecken Reiser, one of the seniors on this Pine City squad. Cadence Pierce will serve. It's over, dug up by Roberts. The other side to Haney, and that is Jurakovsky, Chloe Jurakovsky, who hit it long and out of bounds, 17-7. And maybe the Lions now got something going. Serve over. Roberts with the dig to Haney. She'll just, oh my goodness, smart play on the second hit. She just lobs it over. Just interrupting the timing. Again, you get 3 hits to get it over the net, and on the second hit, it was Haney who just lobbed it over. Bablik will check in here for Rosinski. It's 18-7. Pine City leads on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in set number 2. Bablik's serve is over, dug up there by Robin. And Robin will look to push it across. That's a good-looking kill there for her, right in between Reiser and Bablik. And that one gets down for a kill for the Lions. Leo Robin got the kill there. It's 18-8. This one is long on the serve from Robin. She'll check out. In for her is in for her will be Engel. And Mako will serve for the Dragons. 19-8. Serve is over. Pierce got the dig, and now Pierce will look to hit it across. It's dug up by Mako on the Dragons side to Haney, and Paige Wiener almost got the kill, but a diving dig from the Lions. A great job. Oh, and then we're going to get a double hit here on the Lions. A diving dig, and man, the Lions did a great job to keep that alive, but unfortunately, they'll get the double hit call on them. It's 20-8. Mako serve hits the net, but great awareness there by Beyer to keep track of that one. And now hit over. Bablik will get the dig to Reiser. This one at the net, blocked back and forth by the Lions and Dragons. Wow. That was hit about 3 times right at the middle of the net, and it wound up falling on the Lions side of it. That was a pretty interesting point. 21-8, and this one is in. Pierce thought that one was going to go out. I thought it did. But it landed right in front of Pierce. An ace there for Mako. And it's 22-8. Yeah, I don't blame Pierce on that one. That one looked like it was well out and somehow just got eyes on it and got back into play. This one by Mako is pushed over. The Lions have the dig, and they'll look to get it over. They do. It's dug up by Mako to Haney. And Wiener, no, instead it's Roberts who gets it over the net. Pierce sets it up. And now getting the kill. No, yes. Kill there by Beyer. After the tip by Pine City, it's 22-9. Checking in is Bethany Besser. Back to serve is Ava Halverson. 22-9. You got one of the student sections getting loud here. Paige Wiener will push this one across for the kill, 23-9. Checking in for the first time here tonight, Allison Belsheim. Belsheim will check in. She's one of the, again, 6 seniors on this squad for Ogilvie. She checks in for Ava Halverson. And back to serve for the Dragons now is Taylor Haney. Haney's serve is in for the ace, right in front of Belsheim. So they wanted to go right after the new player in. That's a tough one, though. I got to admit, I was looking at that. I thought it was going to carry a little bit more, and I think that's what Belsheim thought, but that's okay. This one, and looking to get the kill, but blocked at the net by Pine City, by Wiener, but it's going to go out of bounds on the block. It's 24-10. It is set point for the Dragons for the next, 1 or 14. Lions need 14 in a row to erase it. Beyer serve is over. Mako with the dig to Haney. Paige Wiener. It's blocked at the net by the Lions. It looks like that was Pierce, as well as Bethany Besser there for the block. And it's 24-11. Hey, all you need is one at a time. If you're the Lions, there's a lot of anxiety because Pine City just needs the 1 point, but all you need is one at a time if you're Ogilvie. At the net, it's blocked, and it was tipped by Haney, but then back over by the Lions and then out of bounds on the Addison Roberts dig. It's 24-12. Here come the Lions. Serve here by Beyer. It's dug up by Reiser. Roberts, late dig. Oh, but it gets across. Belsheim with the dig. Wiener will get the kill and finish off this set. Set 2 belongs to the Dragons. 25-12 is the set victory. They lead 2-0. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCFP.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora. Or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage, and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation. And whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Well, I just had to devour a delicious pizza here. And now we're ready for set number 3. Serve is over and pushed back across by the Dragons for the kill. They'll take a 1-0 lead. And now I haven't seen all their games, but it is not often that Pine City has scored first in every set, and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's impressive to see their improvement, and it does wonders for a team when you score first in one set, then the next, and then you do it in all 3. Well, again, we could be seeing all 5, so I'm not saying that 3 is all of it, but to start off each set with a lead, and not just a 1-point lead. They've done it by multiple points. Now it's a 2-point lead. So for Pine City to take, the first points of each set, pretty impressive. Oh, we're going to get a tip call on Pine City. Dragons don't agree, and I didn't think the Dragons tipped it, but obviously my eyes are not as good as they used to be, because I am wrong. So it's 2-1, Lions. McElroy with the serve. It's dug up by the Dragons, and this will be a tough hit across, but getting it over is Tegan Rosinski at the net. Oh, and that one falls on the side of Wiener. Paige Wiener, she's upset with herself on that one. She's got to forgive herself, though. That was a tough one because it came back over the net as she was in the air ready to smack that one. She's got to forgive herself for that one. That's all right. That was a tough one. Allie Tollefson will hit it back over. Dug up by Byer. Cadence Pierce will look for the kill. Dug up by Mako. And it goes backwards, and racing after it was Taylor Haney. She got a hand on it, but it pushes it only further out. And now the Lions take their first lead of the match, 3-2. Lions have not led here in this one. They do now. Serve is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Diving dig by Roberts. Pushes it back across the net. Pierce will line this one up, looking for the kill. Roberts with the dig. Paige Wiener and push back across by Tegan Rosinski. Pierce will look to punch it over. She does. Haney with the dig. Tamako sets for Allie Tollefson. Tollefson hits it into the net. 4-2 Ogilvie. Good looking hit for Tollefson. Again, just a little over to the top of it. And I know in speaking with head coach Lisa Tollefson, she said, they go back and watch these games and listen, and which I appreciate as Paige Wiener gets the kill for Pine City, gets a point back. I can appreciate coaches who go back and watch and listen, and I know she doesn't do it for me, obviously. Goes back to watch film, if you will. But I appreciate that. But in saying that, the reason I say that is, they've heard some of my calls, and I appreciate that. And Tollefson, again, hit into the net. Again, just a little over top of it. But as I say that, one of the things that I got to imagine as a coach, she hears some of the words that I use, and she's like, "Oh, that's not exactly how to describe it." So I gotta imagine as a coach, she's like, "Well, that's actually called this." And again, I'm sorry, I do not know all the correct definitions for everything in volleyball. I try my hardest, but half the time I'm like, "That's she hit it." 6-3 Ogilvie. They've gotten the last few points here and take a 3-point lead. This one over, and oh my goodness, Taylor Haney. It was dug up cleanly by Roberts, and then Haney pushed it over. I think it hit the net a little bit and then pushed it further out. It's 7-3 Ogilvie. All of a sudden, the third set is a turnaround set for the Lions. They're saying, hey, we're not done. Oh, and a little bit of confusion on the Dragon side. It was dug up by Rosinski, and then Taylor Haney and Chloe Jerkowski got a little bit tangled up. And Haney got around her, not in time. It's 8-3 Ogilvie. So Ogilvie with a 5-point lead here in the third set, and that'll force Pine City to take a timeout. Ogilvie has turned it around here in this set, and they're trying to pull away and get a set victory and bring us to a fourth. So we are in the timeout here. Again, Pine City has a 2-0 lead. They took the first set 25-17 and the last set 25-12, but so far here in this one, it's 8-3 Ogilvie. Again, they have turned it around quickly. Well, Pine City, give Ogilvie credit. Pine City got off to a 2-0 lead, and they've gotten off the first points in each set, but the Lions have gone on an 8-1 run since. This one is over, dug up, and now it's Tegan Rosinski getting a point back for Pine City on the kill. Tegan Rosinski with the hit. Rosinski only a junior, Got a few seniors here for Pine City, but they're going to have a lot of talent back next year if all these players do return. And they're going to have a good varsity experience. That one, serve over by Allie Tollefson, is going to get in on the back line for an ace. That'll be worthy of a Rush City Auto replay. 8-5. Allie Tollefson, serve is over. Dug up by the Lions and racing after it, and they are not able to get it over. It was a clean dig, but then it kind of went awry from there. Last chance at it was Aaliyah Robin, and she just could not get that one over. She raced after it on the near side here. I give her credit on the hustle, but just could not catch up to it in time as the serve is over. Dug up by the Lions. Pierce will look to get it over. She does on the left forearm hit. Haney with the set and looking to get the kill. That time was Chloe Jurakovsky. Got a big old swing on it, but it goes into the net and bounces back on the Pine City side, so it will be Ogilvie point. Allie Tollefson out in for her is Sophia Jurakovsky, and usually when we have both of the Jurakovskys in, I'll go by their first names. But Cadence Pierce is back to serve now for the Lions. It's dug up by Mako, set by Sophia, and then hit over by Haney. And Pierce tries to come in late for the diving set, but a little too late on that one, and it's 9-7. And now back to serve, Tegan Rosinski. I believe this might be her first time back serving this evening, not on the season, this evening. Her serve is over. Pierce elevates for that dig, and at the front of the net, push. We've got something, a whistle here. Ogilvie got into the net, unfortunately. Wasn't quite sure what that call was going to be. I knew something happened, but I wasn't quite sure as to who it was going to be called on. I think it's 9-7, the scoreboard says. They might just be late. I think it's 9-8, though. Serve is over. Pierce with the dig. And hit over by Halverson. Dug up by Rosinski on the back line. Looking for the kill, Taylor Haney. And that is a good hit by Haney. That is perfect. No, it's 9-8 now. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't count. Okay, I was not a great math student. And it has just translated into my adult life. I know I probably should go back to kindergarten and redo my numbers, but for now, we're going to try and get through. 9-8. Ogilvie still with the lead, but Pine City mounting the comeback here, and Ogilvie going to call a timeout. Going to try and hope and see if maybe this timeout can't interrupt some of the Pine City momentum, and they can swing it back in their favor. But if you're Pine City, you're just hoping this doesn't interrupt your momentum, as we'll take a look at that Rush City Auto replay. Oh, no, did I miss it? We'll see. It was an ace. Shoot. There it is. So we got enough of it, as you could see. Unfortunately, again, the internet is being interrupted a little bit, as is the signal, and that is, I don't know what's going on with the signal. My phone won't even get signal outside of having Wi-Fi. It's weird. The world we live in today. Could you imagine saying that back, even 10 years ago? Even 10 years ago, it would be weird to say that. This serve is long by the Dragons, and it's out of bounds. So Ogilvie gets a point back, so the timeout seemed to work. As now going in and going back to serve is Olivia Engel. Meanwhile, set 2 was won by Crosby Ironton over there in Mora, 25-22. So they're tied at 1 set apiece. That's going at least 1 extra set there. Serve here from Engel is over, dug up by Mako. And hit over, no. That was a tough one for Roberts. Roberts tried to hit it over. Got some nasty spin on it, unfortunately, and I don't think that helped. I think that actually may have forced it to stay on their side of the net. So 11-8, Ogilvie. And now, again, it's Engel to serve, dug up by the Dragons. Haney will push it over in the middle of about 3 different Lions. They do get the dig, though, on the dive, but then it is into the net. In for the first time is Bailey Parsons for the Lions. She got the dig on that last one, but it's now 11-9, and back to serve is Morgan Mako. Mako serve into the net. And it's 12-9. One of the things that I've mentioned last year and this year about Pine City is they're very hard on themselves. They're a team that expects perfection. And I think you're okay with that as a coach, but you also got to, I think for the players, you got to remember, hey, you can't be perfect 24/7 as a player. Neither as a person. Nice hit there from Paige Wiener. She'll get the kill. Big smile on her face after that one, and she deserves it. She is only a freshman, is Paige Wiener, but she is playing extremely hard and comes into a spot where, you've got Allie Tollefson and Paige Wiener who are an 8th and 9th grader, and I can't wait to see what they'll become as juniors and seniors. This one at the net, blocked by both sides, and it will wind up on the side of Pine City. Addison Roberts will hit it across, dug up by Pierce. Now towards the front of the net, it is over. I believe that was Byer who got it. Roberts will hit it over, dug up nicely by Engel. Pierce sets it for Besser, and it's over, dug up by Mako. Getting it is Haney, and then hit over by Roberts. Diving dig by Pierce, kept alive by the Lions, and Byer will hit it over. Mako with the dig to Wiener. And hit over by Roberts. I think we're going to get a double hit here on Pine City. We do. It's going to be 13-10. That was a fun point. That was a good one there between those two. And now back to serve for the Lions is Ruby Byer. This serve, it hits. Oh, my goodness. It hits the net. Barely. It kind of skims the net and then almost skims across the late dig attempt from Allie Tollefson. I mean, you can't blame her on that one. That's, she was the one there, but again, that was just such a weird serve and how it went. You just kind of can't blame her for that one not, getting the cleanest dig on it. And now another one, 3 hits, and they can't get it across. It's 15-10, Ogilvie. And, oh, man, Ogilvie. This third set has belonged to them. Now, unfortunately, Pine City has made a few mistakes here and there, but again, mistakes happen. Serve over, dug up by Mako at the net, and Pierce. That was easiest one she's going to get. It was just a tap back down and a kill there. 16-10. Doesn't matter if it's easy, doesn't matter if it's hard. As long as you get the point, it's 16-10. Byer will serve again. And again, for Pine City, can't get all 6 back at once. Haney will try and interrupt the repetition as this one is, I think that was into that, but if it's not, it's counted as a block for Paige Wiener or Allie Tollefson. They were both there. Great play either way. 16-11. Now, Roberts will be back to serve. She's had some pretty good serves. I think she's got an ace or two on the evening. Can she get a couple here? And that one's going to be late dig by the Lions. They do manage, and Pierce will get it over. Mako digs it up for Pine City. Haney, and now lines it up for Paige Wiener. Wiener hit into the block. It's Pierce there for the block, along with Bethany Besser. Checking in, Robin, as well as McElroy. Checking in for Engel and Parsons. And going back to serve, I believe that's McElroy, it is. 17-11. Lions with the lead. Serve is over. Roberts with the dig to Haney. And Allie Tollefson looks for the kill. It's blocked, but then dug up by the Lions. Hit back over by Besser. Dug up by Mako to Haney. Lining it up. And that is Rosinski looking for the kill, but it's kept alive by the Lions. Paige Wiener looks for the kill, but kept alive again by the Lions. They'll try to just lightly tap it across, but Aaliyah Robin did not get enough on it. I know what she was going for, but just didn't get enough on it to get over the net at 17-12. It's now Paige Wiener to serve, and that is over. Pierce can't get the clean dig. It's off the front of her fist. And it's 17-13 off the ace from Paige Wiener. Again, Paige Wiener and Allie Tollefson, the two youngest on this varsity roster, going to be leaders here in the future of this team. Pierce with the dig, and then hit over by Robin. Dug up by Wiener. Kept alive by Haney and hit over by Rosinski. My goodness. Pierce now looking for the kill, but it's dug up by Haney. Pushed back across by Jurakovsky, Chloe Jurakovsky. Pierce will look for the kill again, but it's into the net. It's 17-14. My goodness. Back and forth we go. So again, it's Wiener to serve. Serve is over, dug up by Pierce to Robin, and they do get it over to the Lions. Dragons have it. Tollefson, diving dig by the Lions, keeps it alive, and Robin will get it over. They're going to say Roberts did not get her hand underneath it before it hit the court, and the Lions will get one back, 18-14. Back to serve, Bethany Besser. Serve is over, dug up by Roberts to Haney, and that is a kill for Tegan Rosinski. She gets the kill and makes it 18-15. Allie Tollefson with the serve. Off the dig, it's back across the net. Mako with the dig. Haney now to Rosinski, and off the block at the net from Ogilvie, it goes out of bounds. And that will make it 18-16 now. Lions still lead. Allie Tollefson, her serve hits the net, but Pierce is right there waiting for it, and Pierce will look to line this one up for the kill. Dug up by Mako off the block. Haney gets it over the net, and the Lions will look to get it across. Pierce does. Dug up by Tollefson. To Mako, and hitting it over is Chloe Jurakovsky. Dug up by the Lions buyer and hit over by Halverson. Tollefson with the dig. Haney, she'll look to interrupt the flow. She does get it across, but it's dug up by the Lions. Hit back across. Roberts with the dig to Haney, who sets, and Jurakovsky will get this one back over. Off the dig, dug up on the other side by Mako now to Haney, and Rosinski gets it over the net. Dug up by the Lions. Halverson gets it over. Dug up by Roberts to Haney. Rosinski, dug up by the Lions. And Pierce will get it back over. And not the clean dig from Tollefson will give the point to Ogilvie. My goodness, what a point that was. Back and forth we went. Ellie Tollefson out in for her Sophia Jurakovsky. And serve will go back to the Lions. It's Cadence Pierce who will line up to serve. Very good, entertaining third set here. 19-16 Lions with the lead. Mako got the dig. This one is back across the net, but unable to get it across is Aaliyah Robin. She gets it into the net, and it will be point back for Pine City 19-17. As now going back to serve is Tegan Rosinski. Her second time serving here in the third set. Line drive serve is over, dug up by Pierce. Halverson will hit it across, dug up by Rosinski, and hit over by Chloe Jurakovsky. Halverson will look for the kill, but it hits the net and stays on the side of Ogilvie. It's 19-18, and if you're Pine City, you feel like if you can get one more point back, tie this up, you feel like you'll have the advantage to pull away. But if you're Ogilvie, you're just hoping that you can prevent them from tying it up. And, a little bit of teammates getting tangled up, but they managed to get it over to the Lions, and this one hit by Roberts, and it's going to get down on the Lions' side. It ties us up at 19 apiece. And in the third set here, entertaining through and through, but the Dragons, I don't know why I keep wanting to say the Tigers. Must have watched too much Wizard of Oz. Lions, Tigers, and Bears on my. But we're tied at 19 apiece here as Ogilvie will take the timeout. We're getting down to the last part of this set, and man, if as I mentioned, it feels like for Pine City anyways, you feel like if you can, you've tied it up, and now if you can take the lead, feel like you can pull away. That's kind of the way this one feels. But if you're Ogilvie, you got to feel like, hey, if we can get one back, we'll be able to be the ones pulling away. So can Ogilvie get one back and finish off the set themselves, or can Pine City take their second lead? They led 2-0, but ever since then it was all Ogilvie. They haven't led since they led 2-0, or 2-1 rather. Serve is over, a late dig, keeping it alive are the Lions, and on the diving third hit, it's going to get down. Pine City takes the lead 20-19. Ogilvie is going to be out of timeouts here. They'll get a sub. It will be Bethany Besser in. Tegan Rosinski readies her serve, and she gets the whistle for the okay to go. It's over, dug up by Pierce to McElroy, and I think we're going to get a double hit call here on the lines. We do. 21-19. So the Dragons take the advantage. And Tegan Rosinski, one of the juniors for the squad, a 5'6 junior. Serve is over. Pierce with another dig. And this is hit into the net by Aaliyah Robin, and it's 22-19. We'll get a substitution here. Aaliyah Robin out, in is Olivia Engel. And Tegan Rosinski readies. Here's the serve. Pierce, another dig. And Engel will hit it over. Dug up by Rosinski. And Haney will look for the kill. Pierce diving dig, keeps it alive, and the Lions get it back across on the hit from McElroy. Mako dig. Now it looks to be a kill. Wow, a big kill there for Chloe Jarakovsky. 23-19. And if any of you have kids or are my age, you've watched Monsters, Inc. and know what 23-19 means. I love the 23-19 score. It's my favorite. But that will be worthy of a Rush City Auto replay. That was a big hit there from the sophomore, Chloe Jurakovsky. Rosinski with the serve, and yet another dig for Pierce. She has got plenty of them here tonight. Blocked at the net by Haney, and Pine City can't keep it alive. Haney blocked it, then got the dig, and I don't think Chloe Jurakovsky knew it stayed on the Dragon side or that Haney got the dig. So I think she was a little surprised when she saw the ball come back down and just wasn't able to get it back over. So Ogilvie will have the serve. It's going to be Olivia Engel to serve for the Lions. 23-20 now. The serve is over. Mako with the dig to Sophia Jurakovsky. And big hit, but too far underneath at that time is Veronica Lewandowski. Lined it up nicely, but just got too far underneath it, and that's okay. She looks to Coach Tollefson for, hey, what can I do to correct it next time? 23-21. This one is just over. Lewandowski gets the dig to Sophia Jurakovsky, pushed over by Haney. Oh my goodness, hopefully everybody's okay. We got three different Lions colliding and falling on the floor, but they appear to be okay. Taylor Haney with the hit across, dug up by Pierce, and it's then hit over. And Lewandowski got the block at the net. She had a diving Mako behind her, but with her block at the net, it kind of sent that one backwards, and all of a sudden Ogilvie is within 1 point of tying it back up. Checking in for the Lions is Allison Belsheim. And then she appears, no, I thought they were going to check her right back out and have Besser in, but to serve will be Engel. And we're getting something at the scorers table. I think, so something on these substitutions to where it just, I don't think they either subbed correctly at the scorers table or something. Again, I am no volleyball expert, so I could not tell you what is happening there. That one hits the net, gets over Lewandowski, a diving dig, and Sophia Jurakovsky looks for the kill, that's Chloe. It's dug up by the Lions on the other side. Now that's Sophia Jurakovsky, and Taylor Haney through the block at the net gets the kill, and it's match point Pine City 24-22. Paige Wiener will check in for Chloe Jurakovsky, 24-22. Morgan Mako looks to finish it off. Serve is over. Pierce with the dig. It's back over the net. Mako with the diving dig. Dug up by Sophia Jurakovsky. Paige Wiener looks to end it, but it's dug up by the Lions. They keep it alive. Beyer with the kill. Ruby Beyer keeps it alive. 24-23. Ruby Beyer with the kill. And going back to serve is Ava Halverson. Checking in is Bethany Besser. Not over yet, folks. Serve is over. Diving dig by Mako to Sophia Jurakovsky, and Lavandusky will push it across. It's dug up by the Lions. Byer will look for yet another kill. That's going to hit. We're tied. 24 all. The Lions are not done yet. And the Dragons will call a timeout here. They're saying, wait a minute. We had all this momentum. Let's get it back. But we won't take a commercial break. Instead, we'll take a look at that Rush City Auto replay on the big kill there from Chloe Jurakovsky. I mean, that was just big. Let's look at it again. We got just the tail end of it. You can see the set there by her teammate. In fact, that might have been her sister. Sophia might have helped out her sister, Chloe. Pretty cool. Now, again, I could be wrong, and they could be cousins. But I'm just assuming, same last name, same age, that they are sisters. So I apologize if they're not sisters and they're cousins. But hey, if they're cousins, I'm pretty sure they're just as close as sisters. So isn't it the same? Family. They're family. Out of the timeout. Dragons, Lions back out onto the court. Now if you're the Lions, all of a sudden you feel like you get one more point. It's your game to lose. They have battled back here. It felt like Pine City, it should have been theirs, but give credit to the Lions. They have battled back here in this one. The serve is over. Mako with the dig. Jurakovsky, Wiener with the block at the net. Get a double hit call on the Lions. Oh, a lift. A lift call there on the Lions, and the Dragons will get the point back. It is match point once again, 25-24. Allie Tollefson will sub in for Sophia Jurakovsky. Back to serve, it's Taylor Haney. Again, as we approach the end of the fall sports season, you'll recognize some of these names come the winter sports season in basketball. Serve is over, dug up by the Lions. It's over, and Taylor Haney with the dig. Lavandusky will look to hit it across, dug up by the Lions. Pierce is there to set it. Byer looks for yet another kill. Oh my goodness. Ruby Byer is just coming up clutch here in this third set. Right when they need her, Ruby Byer is coming in and getting the kills. I mean, to keep this team alive. 25 all. Byer serve is over, dug up by Mako to Paige Wiener. Just tapped over by Allie Tollefson. Lavandusky hits it back across off the dig from Ogilvie. Then it's tapped across again. Wiener with the tap across by Pine City, and this one's dug up by Haney. Mako keeps it alive, and Haney will get it back across the net, and it's dug up by the Lions, but it won't get back over. And the Dragons take the lead again, match point 26-25. Wow. Woo, what a point there. That should have been Ogilvie point, but you call out the hustle for Pine City. That's all it was. Havlik out, and in comes Rosinski, and then Lavandusky will be out for Addison Roberts. There's a substitution. Roberts will go back to serve. Again, match point for Pine City. What an entertaining third set. This serve is over and dug up by Engel, and this will do it. And unfortunately there, that one just didn't get enough on it, and Pine City takes it 3-0 and wins the third set 27-25. It was the best of all three for these two teams, but Pine City takes it 3-0 over Ogilvie. We will take a commercial break. Hear a word from our fine sponsors. We'll come back. We'll recap the game. Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to our player of the game, and then we'll tell you what's coming up for Pine City and us broadcast-wise. So that'll do it. 3-0. Pine City with the victory here in the Great River Conference over Ogilvie. Back after word from our fine
Untangling your
sponsors on
headphones,
WCMP.
finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today. Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. The Dragons wind up getting the victory 3-0 over Ogilvie. This third set, man, an entertaining set. It was back and forth, but Pine City wound up taking it. They took a 2-0 lead early on. Then it was all Ogilvie till late in this one. And then Pine City took their first lead since leading 2-1. But then Ogilvie came back. Then we were back and forth. Pine City would take the match point, and then it was Ogilvie tying it back up. Back and forth, and Pine City would wind up, coming out on top, 27-25. The Dragons and Ogilvie Lions, this won't be it for them this week. In fact, they will play more games here this upcoming week. Of course, it is getting close to the end of the season for both of these teams, so we're going to be worrying about playoffs coming up here real soon for both of these squads. But for Ogilvie, taking a look, the rest of this week, they will play on Thursday up at Crosby Ironton. Again, a conference game. And that'll be it for this week. So they'll have one more game on Thursday. Then they'll have a couple, in fact, 3 next week. Next week they'll be at Swanville, then host Rush City, and then travel to Nevis on Thursday before wrapping it up on the 15th when they get to travel to Bram to finish up the regular season. So that will be what is coming for the Ogilvie Lions. For the Pine City Dragons, it won't be it for them this week. No, they will have Rush City. Well, they won't have them. They will travel to Rush City on Thursday night. That will be their next game here this week. And then Saturday, they'll be at the ESCO tournament. They'll be up there in ESCO to play in that tournament. Cambridge Isani will also be a part of that. I thought that happened earlier in the year. Maybe I'm wrong. But then next week, they will have one match as they host Crosby Ironton. And then they'll wrap their regular season up the Tuesday after that on October 15th as they get to host Hinckley Finlayson. So for Pine City to have 2 home games to end the regular season, that is huge for Pine City. Ogilvie has a tough end of the season where they will travel pretty much the rest of their regular season anyways. As I mentioned, they'll be up at Crosby Ironton on Thursday. For us coming up here tomorrow, well, we've got nothing. Wednesday is usually a day where we don't have anything. It's very rare we have a Wednesday game, but we don't never have one, but it's very rare. But then we do have more volleyball coming up on Thursday as Bram will host East Central over on 95.5 FM, and then Rush City will host Pine City on this very station, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Then on Friday, we've got football action coming your way. Bram will host Southridge for their homecoming, Malacca will host Dassel Cokato, and Chisago Lakes will host Princeton. And where you can find these links for the games that we're covering, you can go to WCMPradio.com, go to the sports tab, and click on broadcast schedule. That will show you the games that we'll be covering for the week ahead. That is subject to change. So again, the Dragons get the victory here in this one, 3-0. If you're watching or listening on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that like button and that red subscribe button. That way you never miss any game that we are live broadcasting. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That way you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. And that way, anytime we go live with a local sporting event, all you'll have to do is click on the notification, and it will bring you right to the live video. And you can, anytime you'll get the notification we go live. So again, the Dragons get the victory here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 3-0. They will play in Rush City on Thursday and then wrap it up with 2 home games to finish off the regular season, one next week and then one the following week. They'll get to host Crosby and Hinckley Finlayson. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Give me a job to do. Of course, want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Appreciate them for their sponsorship. Of course, don't forget to stay tuned to our morning shows on KBEK 95.5 FM with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and over on 100.9 FM with Josh Amir on at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, all the other games we've covered in our local listening area, plus regional and national sports as well. Also, stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBEK.com, and our social medias, our Facebook pages for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio, plus our Instagram for all things local sports, interviews, breaking sports news, LOI signings, coaches, retiring or leaving, coaches being hired, all the things you can think of and more on our social medias, our websites, and on our Facebook pages. I suppose that's part of social medias, isn't it? Well, either way, be sure to stay tuned, follow, like all of those and more. Again, the final here in this one, Pine City gets the victory over Ogilvie, 3-0. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank all the following sponsors. And again, remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day, change their outlook on the week. So it costs nothing to be kind. For WCMP, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. I hope you have a great rest of your night.